Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thanks so much for watching today. I wanted to give you an update on some of the new Colourpop products I've purchased in the last couple of months. Some of them took me a while to try, some of them took me a while to fall in love with, and some of them I'm still got a giant question mark about. I do have a whole nother pile in front of me also of non-Colourpop products, but that's probably gonna have to be a different video. But thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm just going to dive in. Most of what I have on my face today is, color-wise, is Colourpop. The first thing is this. I picked this up when they were having their birthday sale back in May. This is the Main Squeeze palette. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. This is only the second time I've worn it. The first time I wore it in my first, pushing my red eyeshadow, pushing my beauty boundaries. I've had a hard time with this one. I was so overwhelmed and I felt like my look was so much that I've been gun shy. I just haven't gotten back into it. And so today I tried to do a little bit more minimal look. I still feel like it's a lot of red. And it could be that it's a color I'm not used to seeing on my eyes. I'm definitely used to seeing it on my lips. And I do use some brighter, more red tone shades on my cheeks. But this is the first time putting it on my eyes and I'm still kind of like, wait, is that really me? The one thing that I'll tell you is I wish we had a lighter metallic shade. This shade here in Juicy Fruit is the lightest that there is. It's okay. The one that kind of really surprised me is this one here. It's called Red Bottoms. You see it has kind of like that dark mark on the bottom. Dark mark. Did you just go to Harry Potter? Like, immediately. I said dark mark and I was like, no, not Harry Potter. It's a darker spot here on the pan. And what I've been using it for, I did it today, I used it to kind of push line this shade called Red Bottoms, but I put a drop of Inglot's Duraline in there first, because I don't have a red eyeliner and I wanted something that was going to go with this. Of course, brown would probably work, but I thought how much more fun would it be if it was something that coordinated well. So I did that here. I like the way it looked. I'm starting to do this more where I use just a drop of Duraline on the darkest shadow in the palette and I use that to line my lids with, and I use a really teeny tiny, like sharp little brush like this. My favorite one, if I can find it, is the number 8 from Wayne Goss. It is the smallest. If you look at these side by side, they both work, but this one is so tiny, it just kind of fits like right down by my lashes and I can just stamp right across. So I've been enjoying doing that with multiple palettes. It's worked pretty well with this one, and I think I would use that shade Red Bottoms again, just as an eyeliner for contrast. All right. When I made that purchase, there were some other things that I got as well. One was this. This is their birthday shade called Birthday Treat. I have it kind of on the center of my lids today. It's a really pretty shade. It's extremely metallic. This is one of their, oh, it doesn't say what it is. It says not for eye area. Colourpop has been doing that a lot recently, but then they call it a Super Shock Shadow. So I'll put it on my eye area, but I think maybe it's pigment. It's very glittery, it's very pretty. I usually just use it like center of the lid so I'm not getting it too close to my lash line or anything, but I like it. I don't use it that much because, again, still intimidated by the red. I've been using this a lot and I love this. Before, I had picked up this one here. This is the shade Dress Code from their So Juicy lip gloss line. This one here is Big Slice. Oh my goodness, love this. And I wear both of these a lot. Sometimes on no makeup days, they go in my purse. I love the way they look. I do always over apply and I have to like clear off some because I get some kind of caught up in the corners of my mouth and then it just looks kind of gross. But that's me. It's not the product. I feel like it's easy to do that though because it is a squeezy tube. So I have to get just a very little amount on and then spread that around. But I have been liking both of these So Glossy Juices. So Juicy Glosses. All right, more recently, I picked up this Blue Moon palette. You know, I am surprised. I've used this, I've had it for like maybe 3 weeks now, maybe 4 weeks. And I have used this like once, sometimes twice a week. And with as many eyeshadow palettes as I have and as many ones that are still kind of new, the fact that I'm still reaching for this really says a lot. I think this is a beautiful palette. I have been using more of these, like these guys here, these pastel shades as a one shadow look. And then I'll use like this dark or this dark just kind of right along the bottom lash line. And this shade here, Lumi, is just gorgeous because when you put it on, it has a really interesting icy blue, almost purple effect on the inner corner. I really have been loving this. This is not nearly as intimidating as this, and that kind of surprises me because for years I would not touch blue eyeshadow with a 10-foot pole. Another Colourpop palette I picked up is California Love. I really like this. I'm very fair-skinned. I wear the lightest shade in all of the Lancome foundations. I wear the shade 090 Ivoire. It doesn't get any lighter than that. There are other companies that make lighter shades, but I'm usually drugstore foundation, either the lightest shade or they don't make one light enough for me. So I was always hoping that this shade here would be a little bit closer to my skin tone. I have to pull in. Usually I'll just go for whatever powder I use to set my eyes, my face with, like right under here in the brow bone when I'm using this, or in the inner corner, because there's not a lot of really lighter shades. They're very, for me, on my skin tone, they're more mid-tone to dark, but I do really like this. I like that you have some more of these orangey shades. You have some more yellows in through here. It's just gorgeous. I love this. I use it quite a lot. It came the same time as the Blue Moon, and I've really been splitting my time between these two. I think the quality is fantastic. I just miss that this one doesn't have a mirror. I mean, like, artwork is great, but I love the artwork on the outside. Could we maybe have a mirror on the inside? That will make my little heart happy. All right. I got two blushes. These are two of the blushes from the new Zodiac Kathleen Lights blush collab. This one here is my Sun and Stars, and this one here is I Need Space. I'm wearing both of them today. Mostly it's my Sun and Stars and a little bit of I Need Space here, but I really do love both of these. When Kathleen recently relaunched her Zodiac shadows as singles, they came in really cool plastic compacts like this, but they were navy with some gold detailing on them, and I wish they had done some for the blushes. I don't know, I like these. I just wish it had the limited edition packaging, but the shades are gorgeous. I love, love, love the shades, and I was worried that this one here, called My Sun and Stars, was going to be too hot, because it's a lot of look. If you use a light hand and you blend, my favorite part about this is this one's really glowy, and it is really glowy and gorgeous on the skin. I picked up a couple of the blush sticks and the light sticks. These are their Creme products in kind of a roll-up giant chubby tube. I love these. This shade here is called Mic Drop. This one is probably my favorite of the blushes. It's a really vibrant shade. I've even been using this, like, I'll twist it up and use it on the lips, on the cheeks, and I even put a little dab, like, right on the lid. It worked kind of like the Bite multi-sticks, or those sticks from NARS that are kind of like the multi-use sticks. I really like this. And I love this as a lipstick shade. I have been using this one in Mini Me quite a bit as well. I think they're a really nice, easy to blend blush formula. They blend out really nicely, and they're super, super creamy. I have some mixed feelings about the highlight sticks. On the days that I wear these, I definitely pair this with it, and I don't use any powder to set my face. I'm wearing today, my highlight is Star Bright, which has some glitter in it, and that's kind of my mixed feelings, but it is the most metallic of the two that I have. The other shade I have is Urth, and I think this might look better. This is Urth right here. It's not nearly as metallic, but I think it might look better on somebody with a slightly deeper skin tone, because it's close enough to my own skin tone that it just kind of mixes in and you don't see very much of it. So today I used Star Bright with a sponge. I took some on the top and then pounced it on over the top of my face that had already been set with powder. Didn't have any problems. Really, really, really like these products. I like the blushes more than I like the highlights, that's for sure. But I am using these in tandem when I'm getting ready with a mostly cream look on my face day. Yeah, they're still getting used, but blushes and the highlights, maybe I don't have the right shades. I picked up two of these ultra blotted lips from part of their summer collection. This one is Swing Away, and this one here is Scenic Route. I had really been gravitating towards Swing Away, but if you don't already know this about me, I live for a bright, bold lip. I do like this ultra blotted lip formula. I did prefer the blotted lip, but the ultra blotted lip is still nice, and I don't find that it's too drying. And I feel like these, because they're a little bit more sheer and you can like pat them out with your finger, they play much better when you put like a gloss over them than some of the other lip products. And I love how lightweight they feel. I like these, but I almost never wear them just by themselves. There's always something shiny over the top. I also picked up this potted gel liner from them. This is in the shade Call Me. It's their cream gel color. I have always loved this formula for shoving it right up on my upper waterline, because unlike their gel pencils or other pencils like cajole pencils that I put up in there, even if they're like the indelible waterproof, I always get transferred to my lower waterline when I blink. And if I put it up there, I want it to make my lashes look longer, and I don't want to close off and make my eyes look smaller by having really dark color on my lower waterline. Just want it on my upper waterline. And I had been using for a long time this shade here in Stomper. I mean, it got to the point where it's like a little hockey puck, and I'm sure if I were to bang it, it might actually fall out. So the only way I was able to use this was putting some Inglot Duraline in there, and I thought, it's been around for a long time, it's probably time to let it go. So I wish they still sold this shade Stomper. They didn't have it when I was looking. The closest they had was this one in Call Me, and I think if you look at them, you'll notice Stomper's darker, Call Me's a little bit more warm toned, almost even a little bit more red when I'm looking at it, but you know, it is what it is. But I definitely do love this formula. If you haven't tried it, it's definitely worth your money. And the last two things I have from Colourpop, I got a new cream gel liner in the shade Overboard. I'd finished my other one, and I really like this. This is a really pretty kind of metallic-y bronze shade. Oh, it's just so beautiful. I used this the other day just to line both my top and bottom lashes, and then I took a little teeny tiny smudger brush and I just kind of smudged it all out, threw on some mascara, and it was a really easy but really pretty look, because when you start to like smudge it out, it still has that metallic look to it, but it's really pretty. I'd been looking for the perfect nude lip liner, and this is the shade BFF. I had tried so many. Let me check. So I had 5 here. I gave one to my mom. I had 6 neutral pencils, and they were all either too dark or too pink, and this one here in BFF is my perfect nude shade. It works well with pinky toned nude lips. It works well with more caramely toned nude lips. I love this. It even works well when I put like a full bright on color and I just want to really perfect my natural lip line. I love this pencil, and I think that when I'm finally done with all the rest of these guys here, these are going to end up all being consolidated into this will be the one pencil that I repurchase. I really love Colourpop's Lippie Pencil formula, and I think that shade in BFF is my perfect nude. And they have like what, BFF 1, BFF, and then BFF 2, 3, and 4. So they really kind of were trying to focus in on getting perfect nudes for everyone. That's kind of a roundup of everything that I got recently from Colourpop. Most of it I've been absolutely loving, and I kind of gravitate towards some of these things over some of my more expensive products. I just love Colourpop. Not everything they make is a hit for me, but so many of these products are. So if there is a makeup product you've purchased recently that you were really excited about and you got and you've been trying, and either it's like worked out great for you or it's been kind of like, it's not really what I thought it was gonna be, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.